Class is dismissed, boys and girls.
You're in. The zone!
Previously on the YTV Retrospective.
Say that again?
No! Check this out. Everybody. Check it out.
Over the past few years, we've been talking about the shows done by Marathon Entertainment. And while most of their content for both YTV and Teletoon have been in the realm of animation, surprisingly, they did one show that was live action. This is one that I've been requested to for quite some time, and it's time to give it its due. This is 15 Love. Welcome to Cascadia Tennis Academy, the school where they bring up-and-coming tennis stars and test them to see if they can bring these new athletes' game to the stratosphere. The training is grueling, the food is the healthiest it can be, and the toughest training staff that you will ever meet. They are the third largest tennis school in North America, and it is here where we see our recruits. The school photographer and journalist Cody Myers, played by Lawrence DeBuff, the nice student that plays by the rules, Megan O'Connor, played by Jacqueline Linetsky, the queen of drama, Adina Styles, played by Megan Rath, European tennis prospect Sebastian Dubé, played by Vadim Schneider, although Philip Lemaire would dub over his lines due to his French accent being hard to understand. The laid-back but cocky upstart, Jerry Squibb Furlong, played by Max Walker, the head of the school newspaper, Rick Geddes, played by Kyle Switzer, and the child prodigy, Sonny Capaduca, played by Sarah John Labrosse. Cody and Sebastian were the new arrivals, and Cody at first was getting along with the girls pretty well, until she got to the training and was seen as unfit, which ultimately costed the girls their dorm, giving it to the boys, all turning against her considering Cody won't be at the dorms, but closer to her father, who is the school's doctor.
What are you doing here? I bet I know. You're Dr. Meyer's daughter, aren't you? You live in that deluxe faculty residence? That's why you wouldn't tell us your last name. You're not even a player. I try to tell you. Apparently not hard enough.
She ends up finding her calling in photography and journalism, seeing the day-to-day perspective of the school originally starting as a scandal piece.
Studentia joculus, commonly identified by rippling muscles, sweat marks, and vacant gaze.
Sebastian already feels like an outsider looking in, constantly being mocked by Squibb, and they decide to challenge each other to a tennis match, with Sebastian the victor, getting Squibb's room but found common ground, becoming friends and roommates.
So I got the big room, huh? They tell me I'm gonna need a roommate. You in?
I've done nothing but rag on you since you got here.
Something you should know about me. I like to take the hard road too.
Cody realizes her mistake and asks Rick to cancel her article before it's too late. But it's too late, and decides to steal all the newspapers. And she managed to grab all of them, but one, with all the students seeing her article and actually liking it. At the end of the first episode, we see Sebastian with his father on the other side of the fence, coming from a poor upbringing, hiding it in secret, in hopes that he can make it to the big leagues to live a better life for him and his family.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, anything for my star. Allez, vas-y. Allez, go on.
The school has many members of the faculty, led by President Harold Bates, played by Charles Powell.
She wanted the negatives back, and I wouldn't give them to her because I was afraid she'd lose them. So I thought I'd hang on to them to protect her. And this is the way she thanks me. She steals them back.
Coach Artie Gunnarsson in Season 1, played by Thierry Ashanti.
A player of her caliber will raise all of your games, and with every tournament counting towards your standings, that's not a bad thing.
Coach Skinner in Season 2, played by Scott Thrun.
I can't help it, okay? I'm sorry I keep saying the G word. From this point on, I'll never mention him again.
It's all right. You can talk about guns all you want.
You're not jealous of the guy?
Better he was, better I have to be. You're only as good as your toughest competition.
And Coach Daniel Brock in Season 3, played by Anthony Lemke.
I don't want to hear it!
Look, Squibb, you've come a long way this year. You are on the cusp of greatness. Take it from me. Don't let your emotions wash it all away.
They go through the trials and tribulations of becoming a tennis star, while also dealing with the struggles of adolescence, including finding romances and overcoming jealousy and ego, to not only become better athletes, but better people. And our core five of Cody, Adina, Megan, Squibb, and Sebastian become closer as friends and even more. Episode 4, Midnight Snack Club, is a prime example. The prior episodes found ways for Squib and Sebastian to sneak out past curfew and bring things in, like chocolate, and money to get a new suit for a charity gala. In this one, Megan wants to surprise Adina with a nice burger from her favorite restaurant. Everyone sneaks out, and unfortunately, Sebastian left the keys outside of the gym, and everyone is locked in. So they start having fun. And then become a little existential after a while.
So, what guy slips into old habits?
What kind of old habits?
You know, clown it up, act like nothing matters. Which is good, right? I mean, it's just a game.
The sun rises and they get caught by President Harold, and Adina uses her acting skills to save them from expulsion. Although the resolution to the locked door was pretty funny.
Oh, by the way, guys, why didn't you just, flick this up?
Series co-creator Derek Schreier described the series as the Breakfast Club at Wimbledon. And in a lot of ways, that is true. Episode 4 was a prime example of that. Over time, more students would join the school and try and take down our leads as the best of the best.
And this is where we get into episode 13, titled Curveballs. And for more than one reason, it is unfortunately correct in its title.
Adina and Squib are struggling to keep their rankings afloat. They both find out ways on how they can stay in the A group. For Adina, she joins Sunny in basically competing for a Guinness World Record for the longest tennis rally, in which Rick tries to sabotage it. Meanwhile, a new student is watching from the sidelines, named Cameron White, played by Noamiko Madden. He was in the D group, but now in the B group, and begins to egg Squib on, all leading to a duel between the two with a bet. Winner goes to A group, loser steps down. Squib unfortunately lost, claiming that he quits, but as soon as he followed through on his statement, an announcement was on the speaker for a meeting.
There's been an accident. Shortly after the Hampstead tournament, a small plane went down near the Isle of Wight, off the coast of England. Megan and Sebastian were among the passengers, and there were no survivors.
But that, unfortunately, wasn't the entire story.
On September 8, 2003, Vadim Schneider and Jacqueline Lunetsky were on their way to the set of 15 Love in St. Cesar, Quebec. Their minivan burst into flames after the driver lost control and crossed the median on the newly paved Highway 10 in Brossard, striking the tractor-trailer. Both Vadim and Jacqueline were killed on impact. They were both 17 years old. Both had careers waiting for them in their future. Vadim was just starting out, but Jacqueline already had a foot in the door with both 15 Love and as the second voice of Caillou, the show that launched with Teletoon in 1996. Yet both of their lives were cut short. Their last scenes in the series were in episode 11, The Big Adjustment, in which they were helping Squib with advice to woo their new science teacher. Halfway through the episode, they were nowhere to be seen, and Rick and Sunny became part of the main cast. In a way, it was similar to the passing of John Ritter when he passed away during the production of 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. They didn't know what to do after they lost their main lead. They tried to bring in James Gardner and David Spade, but the ratings did not improve, and was cancelled in 2005. As if they were already high already. When they announced their passing to the cast, they were struck with grief, getting counselors for support. Production was temporarily halted, and unsure of what to do going forward. However, they learned that their families wanted them to keep the show going in their honor, as a tribute, so they decided to keep the series going. After the accident, we shut down production. When we recovered from the initial shock and consulted the parents, we learned that the families really wanted us to finish the series, as a tribute. So we created new characters instead of casting replacement actors, and rewrote the last episodes to incorporate the tragedy. It's what the parents wanted. Episode 14, Renewal, takes place a month after the events of the previous episode, with Squib and Adina struggling to cope. Cody tries to help, but only makes things worse. But through this grief, Adina gets a new roommate, the snooty Tanis McTaggart, played by Amanda Crew.
What kind of name is that? Scottish, I think. Sure you didn't make it up just so you could use the phrase tennis, anyone? I don't get it.
And Cameron, after gaining victory over Squib, he helps him overcome his grief and become friends, bringing him back to the sport.
My mother died when I was 8. I never cried.
Good for you, real tough guy. Sure you're happy.
Not crying was the worst thing I ever did. For what it's worth, You'd have blown me out of the water if you'd used your own racket.
At the end of Season 1, Squib gets expelled from Cascadia Academy. And throughout the series, Cody starts to get feelings for Squib, and has to choose between Squib or Cascadia. She decides to leave Cascadia and join Squib at a school in New York, becoming the main relationship that everyone talked about in the series. The Joey Jeremiah and Caitlin Ryan of the series. Yes, really. Only minus their ending. But both come back at the start of Season 2, and in order to stay at Cascadia, Squib must break up with Cody. But they decide to try to keep the relationship a secret, and eventually break up, becoming a will-they-won't-they relationship. Until the very end of Season 3, with the finale, Charity of Fire. A charity tournament is being prepared for Cascadia in honor of Sebastian and Megan, and are faced with a challenger named Violet Hall, with Adina the one to win it all. Throughout all of it, Cody and Squib are struggling with their feelings towards each other, and then they finally come out and say it to close the series out.
So listen, I kind of got saddled with all this food and a van full of rock stars. And I don't really know what to do with it all, so I figured maybe you'd have an idea.
Anyone up for a party?
This was an expensive production for a marathon, as Season 1 costed $11 million. So for Seasons 2 and 3, they cut the episode amount from 26 to 14. The series also provided exposure to many Canadian indie music artists from the Society of Composers, Authors, and Music Publishers of Canada, or SOCAN, by having their music on the show. Like the show's theme, Standing All Alone, by Not By Choice, even getting the band to play their song during the credits of the series finale. In the past, I've talked about how marathon shows fell into a bit of a formula balancing the double lives of our main characters, juggling between school and being secret agents like bouncing on a trapeze. A lot of times, one side gets more focused on than the other, which is the obvious fantastical half, fighting criminals and aliens, investigating legendary monsters. Those always sounded cool. 15 Love found that perfect balance, by having everything at the school. The double life is that of an athlete. From September 6, 2004 to October 16, 2006, 15 Love, Are You Game? Lasted for 3 seasons with 54 episodes. It was produced by Marathon Media, Galafilm, and Telefactory. The series would be subbed and dubbed in multiple languages: Croatian, Dutch, German, Greek, Hungarian, Italian, Russian, and Spanish. And of course, it would have a French release under the title Match on Radio Canada. It is available to stream on Tubi, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV. It overcame a lot during its production, and ended on a high note. Game, set, match.
The next time we look at Marathon, it'll be their last show for YTV, and it involves card games. But that will be for another time. When we come back, I need to stand up. It's time for the 7th.
Next time on the YTV Retrospective.
Baseball fans, the Junior Jays are coming to YTV. Meet Dr. J and the whole team, plus Blue Jays Joe Carter and Paul Molitor. And Tarzan Dan's got the Junior Jays hit list. Play ball with YTV's Junior Jays TV magazine next.
Check this out.
Hi there, I'm Fred Stinson, also known as, gee, it's kind of getting cold in here. I better put my hat on. Yeah, there we go. There, that's better. Okay, I'm Fred Stinson, and welcome to the YTV Retrospective. Hi guys, how you doing? I was Major Bedhead. That was a long time ago, but I'm still here, still riding the unicycle, having fun. Have a good day, guys.